should be fine, right? Why am I not fine? Like, I was invited here, bruh.
I have arranged a meeting with my uncle Ahmed and the Janissary captain, Tariq Barlate. The Janissaries are loyal to my grandfather, but they have lately become angry over his choice of the next sultan.
Your uncle?
Exactly. The Janissaries prefer my father, Selim.
You are in a tough spot. But how do the Byzantines fit into this?
I had hoped you might know. Would you be willing to help me find out?
I am tracking them myself. I can help you, as long as our interests run parallel.
I will take what I can get. There is a hatch at the top of that tower which leads to a secret room. Go there, wait,
I was
and watch.
just up there, bruh. Fuck. Don't look at me. How was I not supposed to be detected? What? Oh shit. Ow. Ah! Oh my god! What the fuck? I don't wanna. They're trying to get me. Stop it. I'm just a boy looking at a girl, asking her to love him or something. I know, I was just up here though. What the fuck?
Heed my nephew, Tariq. Your incompetence borders on treason. And to think that today, your Janissaries were outshone by an Italian lute player. Preposterous.
An inexcusable failing, Effendi. I will conduct a full investigation.
I will conduct the investigation, Tariq. For reasons that should be obvious.
Evet, Shehzadem. You have your father's wisdom.
And his impatience. Uncle, I am relieved to see you safe.
Likewise, Suleiman. Allah emanet olun. Tariq Bey, a word. What was the purpose of this attack, I wonder? To make me look weak? An ineffective steward of the city? If you are the hand in this mess, Tariq, you have made a grave mistake. My father has chosen me as the next sultan, not my brother.
Ahmed. I am not depraved enough to imagine the conspiracy you accuse me of.
What have I done to earn such contempt from the Janissaries? What has my brother done for you that I have not?
May I speak freely?
You'd better.
You're weak, Ahmed. Pensive in times of war and restless in times of peace. You lack passion for the traditions of the Ghazi, yet you speak of fraternity in the company of infidels. You make a decent philosopher, Ahmed, but you will be a poor sultan.
You may show yourself out.
You asked him to speak freely. And I understand where he's coming from, but I also understand the
Quite a family,
Your uncle lacks sway
his
over
side
the
of
men
it.
who will soon command.
Tariq is a hard man. Proud and capable, but ambitious. And he admires my father greatly.
But he failed to secure this palace against the Byzantine invasion. That alone is worth our attention.
Precisely.
Where should we begin?
For now, keep an eye on Tariq and his Janissaries. They spend much of their free time in and around the bazaar.
I will start there when I can.
So I mean, like, to be patient and slow during wartime is something that is needed. If you go in half-cocked and not looking at all of the evidence or looking at every strategic outcome, yes, it appears slow and incompetent, but if you take into consideration all of the factors of you going into this one battle? Is it important that we fight this battle, or can they hold that land and eventually we'll take it back from them with less loss of life? Whereas in times of peace, you're looking at the other people that you are in peace with, and again, see them maybe moving outside of what they should be doing. You're noticing that, you know, people are preparing for something that you're like, why are they doing that? So I understand the Sultanids side of it, absolutely, but I also understand the Janissary general side of, hey, like, this is what needs to be done. We're the ones that have been fighting. We're the ones that have been in these wars. You need to rely on our expertise, on our background, on our track record to set you on the right path that we think that you should be on. And in times of peace, you should enjoy it, because those are, especially in this time, few and far between, with the Sunnites and or Shiites and Sunnis who were just constantly at each other's throats, even to like now, present day, like like in this time period, there was very few and far times of peace, especially in this land. So I understand where the Janissary general is coming from, of being like during times of war you are very slow and you're not picking it up fast enough. You need to rely on our expertise, because we've been there. We've been fighting for the last 30, 40, 100 years, and we've had these lessons passed down to us. You need to let us do what we do and not second guess us. And then in times of peace, hey, we need to take this time to refocus, refuel, up our arms, our, recruits, our, everything that we need for the next war, which is probably not that far away. But also, again, like I said, I understand his side of it, of we need to consider all the options in this war, and then during peace, we need to be alert of what could be happening with other people. So, like, and again, I am not an expert on this time period at all. During the Greek Empire, during the Roman Empire, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable, for sure. But again, this is like the Middle East. Like, this is how it has been for literally thousands of years, between two main raging clans, along with hundreds upon thousands of other factions that are just constantly butting heads. So, like, I understand the concept that they're trying to pass on here of, you are not the correct leader. Your brother is better. He has more experience maybe in certain things. But the other thing too, right, is that what has that Sultan's son been doing the whole time? Like, has the other son, the father of the kid, has he been in battle with these guys? Has he been on the front lines with them? Has he gone and experienced war? And what has this guy been doing? Has he been going to school? Has he been learning trades? What has he been doing this whole time? Like, that's another huge factor of it, especially when it comes into handing it down to your son or your relative in these times. That is a huge factor, especially with the military side of it, is, were you fighting alongside them? If so, then they love you, and they will not let you die. They will make sure that you stay alive and you take the throne, because you were willing to risk it with those men out on the battlefield. You may have been in some fabulous tent with servants and stuff like that, but you were still there. You were still in the camp with them. You sang and ate and laughed and cried with these men to let them know that you are the leader that was in the trench with them. Like, that was why General Patton was so beloved by American troops during World War II, was because he wasn't just the general that was in the back with, in the rear with the gear writing letters of, oh yeah, I did this and I did this and I did this, while his men were the one pushing and fighting and dying. He was like, he got told several times, stop leading from the front. You're going to get yourself killed, and then we're not going to have anybody to replace you. But his men loved him for it. We loved him for it, because we knew if we took a tank shell, it was just as likely as he was going to take a tank shell. Like, that's what made him so beloved. So that could be a factor in here. Again, it's been several years since I've played these games, but that is a huge factor whether or not you control the military or you control the populace. Like, when Commodus walked into Rome as a conquering hero, everyone hated him because he wasn't at the battles. He wasn't at the wars. He wasn't along the front lines, while his father, Caesar, was. His father was in the trench with all of his men. He was still quite a ways away from the fighting, but he was right there. Whereas Commodus was in some faraway land, and then when the fighting was over, would join his father for like the parades and stuff like that, even though he didn't contribute. I know that's like a random history lesson that I just gave you, and I'm sorry, but that's something that I'm actually very, very passionate about, is the history behind these games. Like, the one that's coming out, where they're going back to not necessarily this time period, but this region. Like, this region saw so much conflict in ways that we, as people in the West and stuff like that, will never understand. Oh, why did they kill those 20,000 people for no reason? They had a reason. They just, to us, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And we're not to judge, because we weren't there. And that's the biggest thing that I don't think a lot of people understand, is that we weren't there. Like Afghanistan and Iran and stuff like that. We should have never gone there, ever. Why? Because it was feuding warlords that had nothing to do with us. They, like, I understand the whole, like, oil and stuff like that, and that's fair, but it had nothing to do with us. It was a civil war that we interjected ourselves in for no reason, lost hundreds of American lives, again, for no reason, other than to protect the interests of the wealthy. I'm gonna go do this thing. Ooh, actually, I might do this. Where is the guy?
something speaking immediately.
Damn. Bro, he fucking Tom Brady my ass from fucking forever away. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, because I already have this. God damn it. I'm trying to use my fucking eagle vision to find whatever guy I'm supposed to kill.
Did you see that monk from out of his place? We didn't hurt him, but he still came out of the river looking like death. That is telling the truth.
Yes.
Make your stand there. Make your stand there. Make your stand there. Hold that point for me. Make your stand there. Hold there. I need you to hold that point.
Oh, I can loot?
Hold that point. Make your stand there.
Lol. Yeah, I didn't realize they were coming from this way.
Make your stand there. Secure that point. Make your stand there.
Oh no, one of my guys died. What the fuck?
area. Take your stand there. Hold there.
Oh, that guy just got there.
Take your stand there. Secure that point. Hold that point for me. Take your stand there. Take your stand there. I need you to hold that point. Take your stand there. Take your stand there.
Oh, it's not good. Ah!
Secure that point. I need you to hold that point.
Oh, literally, as I'm hitting the fucking building. Or hitting the fucking cannon thing. That didn't work. Also, didn't expect a fucking flamethrower, if I'm completely honest with you. Go up.
Where have I seen him? That tall one.
Okay. Oh god.
You will not escape. This morning shakedown? I love piecing on things. Oh, which way did he go? There! After him! Hurry! I can't see. Where is he? Found him! Where? Not body. I see him!
You know. Yeah, I did not expect the flamethrower of all things. I know. I suck. Okay, cool. Yeah, we do. Oh, he's just the bomb shop guy? Really? That's cool. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to end it for this session. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And, yeah. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.